Hello everybody, we are back at Lockhart for another construction update. We're starting as usual on the east side. We've got a lot of workers present today on a rainy morning here. The rain will not stop construction. It's just drizzling, but there's some constant little bit of drizzling happening this morning. We could see here, we saw this pathway being carved last week. Is now kind of a winding pathway into the stadium. It's got a curb that's been added to it. That'll be one of the entrances into this stadium once it opens. Here's a better view of that nice driveway. Nice curvy driveway. Get excited about a driveway. Last week we discussed this little building here. We've got some more, looks like some wood on top of this concrete structure. Looks to me like could be something for concessions or something. It's just got that kind of layout to it. As we peer from the east looking at the west, you can start to see that they've enclosed some areas above the stands there, which look to be, I think that is going to be a part of the midfield club area, as well as, which is sold out, as well as probably some of the press box area, stuff like that. But you can see that they're putting some wood up, they're putting up some concrete. You got some guys in there right now working. Here on the east side, they're busy pushing out a lot of dirt, making this area nice and level to, make a nice concourse for us. They've moved around a whole bunch of dirt. This big pile of dirt was not here last week, so they've moved that up, built that up. And I'm sure they'll put it in a truck and move it on out. But this whole area has all been dug up. We got a couple guys doing some stuff over here. A lot of activity over here, just preparing. I imagine we're not too far away from seeing some asphalt or some walkways laid. Not asphalt, but cement laid. I mentioned it was a rainy day. You could see the conditions the guys are having to work in. A little bit of a mud pit. But again, that's not stopping them. We could see a bunch of guys working over there in the stadium as well. Everywhere we look, we got a busy crew. So those of you that are wondering if this will be done, based on the sheer volume of people here on a Sunday morning, I wouldn't worry too much. As we move further east, we're now over in the supporters section. And you can see they started to add some more metal over there on the supporters section. I'm looking like, it's hard to tell from here, but looks to be like some, of the areas for the safe standing area, so maybe some cup holders and so forth, areas that you'll lean against, but no seats. So some new, new metal over there. I don't know what else to call it, but it's progress. Here's our weekly corner shot that I love so much. From here, you can't really see all the activity, but you can definitely hear it. There's a lot of activity going on today here at Lockhart Stadium. We've now moved further north on the east side, and look what we found. We found some quick goals, some bench and goals right here on the artificial turf field. That's a good sign. That means, in my opinion, they can do something here. They can play some games. They can, it is a little early to roll out the quick goal things unless there's some plans to use them. So, not sure, but the palm trees that are growing in right behind it are starting to look nice. Starting to get a little greenery on the top of it, so they'll start blossoming, I guess, in the near future. Make it look real nice. I'm not exactly sure who that is walking the training pitches, but to me, body type wise, it looks like it could be Paul McDonough checking out the fields. I'm not 100% sure that's him, but from this distance, I mean, like I said, it's got his body type. It's got the kind of gray hair pointing our direction. Is that Paul checking this place out? Now we're in the back training pitches, still on the east side. Last week, we were on the west, and we saw this turf just getting started only on the west, and we predicted that in the next week or two, it'd be completely finished. So within a week, they've come all the way to the east side. That is a lot of fields, keep in mind. This is a big piece of land back here. And they just have one small patch back here yet to finish. So obviously that will get finished early this week. But there's a lot of nice, solid Bermuda grass back here. You can tell it's really, really freshly laid. You can see all the seams in it. So it's going to take a little while to kind of mature and blend those seams together. They're watering the fields on the far pitch, which we'll go take a look right now. All right, now we're on the west side, just a complete opposite side, where you can see all this new grass getting watered, lots of it, going all the way down to the east, except for that one small patch. Getting a lot of water here from nature, as it is a rainy day, and also from these sprinkler systems. Here from the west side, we see that building we keep looking at from the east. Now you can see a lot better what kind of building it looks to be. It looks to be maybe concessions, maybe a locker room or something for those teams that will be playing on that artificial turf field. But it's definitely starting to take its form. Here's your your north-facing west side view of the training facility this week. They've got some more of the pink going around those windows, so it definitely looks nice. They've wrapped more windows around the entire building this week as well. Maybe hard to see, but out here on the main training pitch, we see these little orange flags all over the field. So they've put little markers down all over the field. Not sure why. Maybe you guys do. Maybe you guys know. Again, we're looking at the training facility. We can see some workers up there working on that top part. And you can see, like I mentioned before, a lot of glass wrapping around the entire structure. Here's a south-facing side of the training facility. Something I noticed last week that's here is these three little white, holders there. These white bars going across the color strips. To me, that looks like something that where they might attach the Inter Miami shield or something, the crest. I don't know, but it's something that's butting out from the building. It's something they've attached on there. So clearly they're going to put something there, and it just makes sense to me that the emblem would go there. And here we see our friend Dolores. And we see a new wrought iron fence that is splitting the training facility from the stadium. So right at the edge of the parking of the stadium is this nice wrought iron fence. That's just the beginning stages. But these are kind of the finishing touches that you like to see. Moving south along the west side, we come across this structure that we now know what it is. So every week I show you something. I like our relationship. I show you, you tell me what it is. I like it, it works. So we now know this is the Northwest Club section here that will service all these people here on the west. Right, so if you have west side seats along on the sidelines, you will have access to this building where apparently it has complimentary beer and wine. And from the second floor, you'll have a great view of the field, and also you get to take in the atmosphere from the supporters there. This is going to be a very nice luxury box area, or not so much box, but a little hangout area for those in the club. So I'm curious of our viewers, how many of you are sitting in this west section who will have access to this club? I want to know what your thoughts are about this club section that is catered to those sitting on the west. Now we get a nice view of the entire west side, and you can see that they are putting more of the solid black sheets up there. Sheets of solid material of some sort. And like I mentioned last week, I think it looks really cool, really sleek and modern. There's a lot of activity out here today. Lots of sawing, drilling, and hammering going on. Last week we saw this structure getting built. This week it has been painted. And then over here, you can't see it as well because we've got some trucks and trailers and buses and vans in the way. But these buildings back here, we keep referring to them as the bathrooms. They've also been painted black, so they're starting to make some progress as well. And here we get a good view of the south stands, which will feature the scoreboard right there. So doesn't look like any additional progress on that we can see, but they've got the steel structures for the scoreboard ready to go. New trees have been planted all around the parking area, and these trees have already found some tenants. Got lots of birds on this tree. They've already found a home here at Lockhart, and with all these new trees getting planted, it is good to know that the Orchid Man is here. Here is your southwest view inside the stadium, and as we pan over, We started on the east side looking at this winding road. Well, here's where it comes out. Here's the ending of that winding road. So it goes all the way through the property. Obviously, that's how we'll get in to park our cars. And, you know, I'm pretty sure that's Paul McDonough taking a look at the facility. I don't know. If it's not, he's got the same body type as Paul. Walking around, just pointing things out, taking a look. And now he's getting ready to leave. Well guys, that wraps up this construction video, and before I go, there's just a few things. It was a really amazing day. I got a chance to hang out with one of the guys that's working here. He told me his name was Trump Obama, and we talked a little bit. He thought the stadium will definitely is on schedule and is going well, but better than that, as we were doing this, I pointed out a couple times a guy that I thought was Paul McDonough. Well, guess what? It was Paul McDonough, and Paul McDonough gave me a private tour of the training facility and the stadium, plus lots of time to just chat about the building of this club. Amazing. Thanks so much to Paul McDonough. He did not allow me to film. That was the one caveat, is if I was willing to turn off the camera, he would give me a tour. So I did. And man, I've got so much to talk about with you guys. So, you know, tune in on Sunday, next Sunday, where we'll probably spend some time talking about some of this stuff, or maybe we'll do a news video where we kind of just dissect some of the information that was given. But amazing experience. Finally, as he said, I gotta look behind the curtain. So thanks so much to Paul McDonough for that awesome tour, and thanks so much for you guys for watching. And please like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and we will see you next week.